Hey, and welcome back to another episode of Rallying the Forge. I'm Solymr, and in today's episode, we've got a little bit of a recap from the SFCS 4 finals from last week, and then we have a look ahead to SFCS Season 5 starting, well, tonight. And then we also will talk about the JedForge Competitive Circuit that is going on as well as whatever else may be going on in-game. So let's jump into it. The SFCS 4 finals was going along pretty well, but had its issues about halfway through or so, or 3/4 the way. They kind of derailed everything, but overall, a successful event, and congratulations to topEwbo, who won. He's listed here as 5th, but he had a bye round, so he gets 6 points for the bye round. And so it puts him at 27 points, alone at the top. Great job by him. TCG Jeff, Sumieris are second and third. And, of course, you have Crimson and Nullseed wrapping up the top 5 there. For myself, I was all the way down. I ended up being 22nd, I think, was my official standing. Only lost my first match, but didn't get any points in that battle. They killed me before I had a chance to really try to make a dent into their health. They had a glacier deck that they were drawing the glaciers right off the bat. So tough matchup, but I won my other 3 matches and did so pretty well, but it was not enough to do anything with the standings. So even though we did 4 rounds this time, which was really nice, you can see only a handful of 4-0s at the top, and then you have a bunch of 3-1s. This event had 77 players in it. This would have definitely been an event that needed 5 or 6 rounds. We're not going to push for that. We know the time commitment's already getting on the long side for a lot of players. However, at the same time, this event only went 15-30 minutes more than one of the previous ones, and we did an entire extra round, and we had an entire period of time that was derailed by some complaining about some rules or something or another. And not that I disagree, but that was not the time to address it, or it could have been addressed on the side and kept everything moving forward. So we lost a lot of time there. Otherwise, I think it would have been ran faster than one of the previous 2. However, overall, pretty good event. We did set 4 sealed, not a fan, but did okay despite that. I made a good choice on my decks, I think. Just my first matchup was really tough, and with set 4 with no removal, it's really hard to be able to do things sometimes and be able to get rid of your opponent's creatures because you're just relying on bodies on the board, and then if you have some special abilities, hoping that your abilities can help you with that. And I did not have that type of board to be able to do that. So good matches though, and enjoyed the event. Would have liked to have done better. Being 22nd and being 3-1 is kind of like wow. I think had it been another 1 or 2 rounds, obviously I feel confident I could have rose up even higher, but it is what it is. Overall, really good event. You can see all the matches there, and I think overall, for the most part, people had a good time. There were a few people who were pretty upset about some things. All I can say is I know changes are going to happen for next season for the finals to try to prevent some of the complaints that happened, but at the same time, players, you're responsible for reading and understanding the rules of the events you're participating in. It's not the other way around where the organizer needs to hold your hand and tell you everything that you need to do. You need to be a responsible person and plan for it and understand that accordingly. So some of the complaints are not valid, and I think it's ridiculous. Some of the other complaints I don't disagree with, but there's a level of they didn't have the bandwidth for the management of those said rules, and people were making it seem like there was a bigger issue with it than there really was. It would not have changed the outcome of any of the matches. So there's a lot there to be said, and I understand people's frustration and being upset about it, or speaking up on behalf of members of their guild or whatnot. But I think everything was overblown and it wasted a lot of our time. But hopefully going forward, we won't have that issue. All right. So that's the challenge page. I have my unofficial standings here. It pulls in the same data. It didn't give topEwbo his points for the bye, but like I said, he'd be top there. So I've got the standings in there. When Season 5 kicks off, I'll retire all these sheets and start a Season 5 list. We can go from there. Overall through the season, Solymr had the most points through the season. Neilhawk right behind him. Solymr participated in 24 out of the 27, 28 events, something like that. So he did really good with that. We'll see if he can keep it up this month. It's going to be a shorter month, so it might be a little easier even. But at the same time, just as difficult. It's a lot of events to make. So looking ahead to Season 5, of course, nothing on the calendar except that there's a AusForge 3 p.m. my time sealed $5 sealed event qualifier on Saturday. Sign up for that. So that is there posted. They're gonna run the same event, not necessarily a sealed event, but every Saturday at that time is the time they're gonna go with. There was talk of them changing their time. They opted not to. They're changing how they're going to do their qualifiers, though. So they're going to have different formats every weekend. I would expect the finals to be on the 27th, would be my guess, the last Friday of the month. And then it's not posted yet, but I assume ML Vanby will have some sort of open queue windows for some events this week. So keep an eye open for those. Of course, Wednesday game nights are happening. On the challenge page for the SFCS, you can see a whole slew of events already posted up. So you have Fury GG kicks off on the 2nd, and then you have 3rd, 2 on the 5th. You have the 9th, 10th, 12th, couple on the 12th, 16th, 17th. So they already go out a few weeks. So if you're looking for an event, check this page frequently, as I'm sure it'll be updated. Hopefully things will make it to the calendar, and then we'll have it in both places so people can find it a lot easier. But yeah, look forward to participating in those. Again, I don't know if there's any other additional rule changes, point changes, anything like that going on with the events. We will have to see what they do. I do not have a sheet for Season 5 for the rules or anything like that. So I assume in one of these events they'll link it, and we'll be able to grab that for another time. All right, so enough about the SFCS. Season 5's kicking off. Make sure you come out and participate and hopefully win some prizes. But the other event going on that I'm enjoying so far is the JedForge Competitive Circuit. He's got the first circuit going here, and he's running it through challenge because he can do a double elimination bracket this way. And you can see randomized everyone, the 16 players who signed up, paired us off. I've got some video footage from my first 2 rounds, as well as I have Bionic Soup and Gambit's first round. We'll see what other videos. I think Gambit has his Anovis recording, so I'll get that, and I'm guessing Jed has his for his match against Gannon Wayne as well. So I'll be grabbing all the videos I can and uploading them soon over the next few weeks. Hopefully some of the first round matches will come out this week soon. But you can see already we have to the semifinals. You've got Traveler against Carl, and it'll be an interesting matchup. I don't know what Traveler's playing. I have not looked at the decks. We are going to be doing a video later this week on all the decks in this event and talking about them in their competitive nature, to talk about their strengths and weaknesses and whatnot. Looking ahead, we have, what is going on here? Interesting. So in the loser's bracket, I'm waiting on Veraldo or Iron Bryce, and then I'll face the winner of a Thigh or Tomato Red Eyes, Change of Heart, YGG. And then the winner eventually goes on to play Antofa. So a lot of matches still going on here. A lot of matches to be done. And then once Traveler and Carl do their match, the winner advances, of course. They have no losses, so you have to beat them twice if you want to win this thing. And then to get through this, though, you got to win a whole bunch more. So I'm trying to think here. 2, 3, 4. Gonna win 5 series. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Something doesn't seem even with this. So if you go to the finals, 2, 3, 4, you only have to win 5 series to win the whole thing. If you lose one of the rounds, though, you have to play in a whole bunch of extra. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 8, like 8 events. Holy moly. Just because you lost one round, you have to play a bunch of extra matches. Not bad, but just interesting how it shakes out. So, but yeah, should be interesting. I'm looking forward to looking at everyone's decks to see what they've brought, and see how people advance at that time. Hopefully some more matches will be done by then, and we can see which deck archetypes, one, did we expect to do well? How did they actually do? And then which ones are kind of new, different things that we haven't seen before. Carl's deck was very interesting, and that matchup, I won the first one, but then not enough, and the other two just ran out of time or life before he got me. So close matches, though. Definitely close matches, and it was a good matchup. Ended up being a really good matchup, but he was not playing something I expected from him. So, but it was a very good deck, and obviously he's winning all his series 2-1 so far. So he's got his work cut out for him against Peter, who I think he does have an RC deck. Not positive. Pretty sure it was RC. I might have looked at the deck, but don't remember offhand. So, looking forward to that. And there's nothing else really going on right now. If you do want to, I do want to say, if you want to participate in the sealed event Saturday, you have to go through the official website, through the official events website, and it's a $5 entry fee. You get a booster of decks for sealed. $5 is a really great price, no matter what set you're getting. It is dinos. So you're going to get 2 Tempest, 2 Utera Dino decks, 4 total, and you'll make something out of that. And so Dinos is a lot of fun for sealed, so that'll be interesting to see how that plays out. We've done Dinos before, and it was a lot of fun if I remember. Of course, it always helps if you draw really good decks, but it's sealed, and it's Dinos. Dinos are really easy to have some decent synergy somehow, so it'll be a lot of fun playing in that potentially. But if you do want to play, you got to sign up on the website. I'll pull it open here, and you have to buy a ticket. He's got 20 slots available, so it's $5. You'll put in your information, it goes through there, etc. So, all right. So that's all I've got for now. There's not much else going on in the game. Obviously, Battle Pass still going, so keep grinding away. Get your Battle Pass rewards. It is a new month, so if you haven't, I already did, but you can collect your Phantom decks in the client. You get 4 free Phantoms. They are set for this month. So you can collect them, and if you have Soulbind potions, which you can get from the Battle Pass, you can Soulbind one of those Phantoms if you want, if you like any of them. Otherwise, we have no other updates right now, no patches. We're hoping that there's going to be some patches soon because there are some issues with mobile client and whatnot, and still obviously issues in game. So we're hopeful that the next thing that they're going to be doing is some patchwork and bug fixing. But it's kind of been radio silence from SBE on what's next and what's going on. So we'll see. We'll see what comes throughout the week here. It's just the beginning of the month, though, and it's a Monday. So, yeah, we'll just see how it goes, I guess. And like I said, later in the week, we're going to have a breakdown of the JedForge Competitive Circuit decks, going through those. Some will go through a little bit quicker. Others will take more time with and kind of dig in on them as well. But he's going to run more of those as that one completes. He'll open a new one up, 16 slots, first 16 people to sign up. He's going to go. So if you're interested, pay attention in Discord. He'll definitely be posting about it for when he does the next circuit. And make sure you get signed up when he drops that. So looking forward to finishing out the first circuit here and potentially joining the next one as well. We'll have to figure out what we need to bring to win this thing. So, all right. Other than that, hope you guys have been well and happy February. And I'll catch you guys later on. Take care.